rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to Pig in a Poke Productions. I'm your host, Country Jack Corncob. You can see in the background the palatial mansion that my wife purchased here somewhere in the middle of nowhere. We're somewhere between Albany and Massachusetts. I think we're closer to Massachusetts, but we can't rent a motel in Massachusetts because we'd have to quarantine there for 14 days before we could see the property. Anyway, we done seen the property. Spreads all over. I told my wife, I said, you know, when things come cheap, and this was real cheap, it's cheap for a reason. Now she's finding that out. House is unlivable. What might be livable is the shed. So here we are paying a whole boatload of money for these people just to clean out a shed so that Jenny can store her lawnmower. Now for her lawnmower, she got this gasoline. Now I'm thinking, rather than pour the gasoline in the lawnmower, since the house is unlivable, I got a simpler solution for the whole problem, which involves this gasoline and this cigarette. Now of course that's illegal, and now that I've put the idea forward, you know, I'd probably be suspect if our house suddenly burned. But that would be so much simpler than the money pit that my wife took a chance on. That's why it's called a pig in a poke. I've been swinging this old scythe all day long. Ain't got me nowhere. We gotta get a man come in here with his machine called a hog, just so we can clear the driveway so that more garbage trucks can come in here. Maybe a demolition truck. Nice thing about country living, at least you don't have to wear a mask. We're miles away from nowhere. So who would know if the house burned down? You know who really likes the property? Charlie the dog. And she doesn't mind the garbage, but Charlie's a dog. Now here's the curious thing about my wife. Yesterday Charlie pooped on the property, and Jennifer put it in a poo bag, like it mattered up here. Now, tell me about that. We got no indoor plumbing. We don't got an outhouse. What if one of us poops up here? We gonna scoop it up? And what we gonna wipe with? Poison oak, poison ivy? Yeah. That's the end of my first chapter here. I'm trying to adjust to country living since I've been in New York City all my life. Oh, I didn't mention, there's a strip of land that Jennifer now owns that is a cornfield. Now, Jen didn't plant that corn. Some corporation did, and they're going to pay for it at the end of August. Something like $200. It's probably 5 cents for every ear of corn. I don't know. Now, didn't I just run away from Iowa as soon as I was of legal age and run to New York City so that I could return to cornfields? So Jen keeps telling me about cornfields like I don't know nothing about them. It's frustrating, but man's got to do what a man's got to do.
If
Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
Thank you for joining us for Chapter 1.
Notice I'm drinking PBR instead of my normal, New York City cocktail, but
I got the
when in the country, do as the country folk do. Boy, it smells out here. Those poor garbage men.
Chapter 1, Pig and a Poke Productions.
Pig and a Poke.